In my last video, I hired two new AI team members, Milo, who looks for useful stories about AI and writes about them, and Lina, who's the team's visual designer. Since then, I gave them their first real tasks. They came up with ideas, held a meeting today at 7 a.m., and created content. In this video, I'll review what they did, give them feedback, and see if they can learn. I woke up, walked my dog, did my things, got ready for work, made my coffee, sat down, and saw that they had this meeting. Saw that I had content written, an image generated. The question that we want to ask is, can we get them to create the content where I have very little editing to do and very little feedback to give? So if I go into their content, they had a visual review here on the 15th June, and he recorded the conversation that they had in this file. I can also see the work that was created in the chat itself. So you can see here, Milo and Lina weekly LinkedIn visuals. So they had a meeting for 3 minutes, 49 seconds. What came out of that conversation is these LinkedIn posts with the files that they created. So for one of the posts, Lina generated this image. I'm not too happy with it, but that's okay. This is what we're about. Can we give them feedback? Do I agree with what they said? If we look at how my team is set up, they sit inside this Gore's team folder. So if we look at the team members I set up last video, Lina, she's got her files, so her memory, what she knows, her current work that she's working on, and how she operates. On top of that, she's got her skill. And the same goes for Milo, who I created last time. He has the same files. If you want to see how to set up Codex, also check out that last video I did on how I set these team members up. I'll link to them in the description, and two of them will also be at the end of this video. I'd had a meeting with Milo first. I explained what I needed from him, which is to go out and research, get interesting news about AI. How could those be turned into LinkedIn posts? So here he remembers the sources and saves them into his memory. So he doesn't keep repeating the same ideas back every time I ask him to do this. He has to do this once a week. And I said, so the week of 15th June, which is this week, give me your 5 ideas, write them down into this file. So you can see here, he researched or created the content, logged it into his memory. So on Monday, there's this post, which is, if your favorite AI tool vanished tomorrow, which part of your workflow would panic first? Lina had her first chat with me. I described to her that she needs to be our in-house designer, our visualizer. So she needs to be able to generate great imagery and cool designs, and also write prompts for different image generation models. I had a chat with Milo. Every Monday morning at 7:30, he has a meeting with Lina, and he's going to present to her his 5 LinkedIn posts, tell her what they're about, and she's going to respond by saying if she thinks that the post needs an image and how should that image be. Or she might actually say this doesn't need an image. And I told Milo, you get the veto right. So if she says to you, I think there should be an image, here's why, you get the right to say, I don't believe that. I don't think that's true. The words speak for themselves. I need to see if that will work out well. So he set that automation up. It's scheduled every Monday at 7:30 a.m. Weekly LinkedIn visuals review. Report back with concise decision, update Milo's activity log. I just told them what I want. They both understood that this is what they have to do. In this chat that they created for themselves, I can now give them my feedback in context of the meeting that they had. So I can click here, this dictate tool, and say, hi guys, I saw that you had the meeting today. Good morning. Well, actually it's good afternoon now. So let's review what you guys came up with. You said that the Monday LinkedIn post doesn't need an image. I would ask Milo and also Lina. So the post hook is, if your favorite AI tool vanished tomorrow, which part of your workflow would panic first? So it's quite a bold statement. Could you not have a graphic image with just text that catches the eye of just those words? Just a thought. You don't have to agree with me. For the image that you did create for Wednesday, Lina, I think it's a bit generic. First of all, that's not the Photoshop interface. If you can't generate the Photoshop interface, then I'll have to composite that in on it. Also, what's the text? You have to consider what text we're going to create for these image posts. So you guys didn't have a conversation about that, and maybe that's something we need to update into your meeting. What's the message of the image? I would like that to be rethought between you two. Are you happy with that image? Review it. On the rest of the post, I agree with both of you. They don't need imagery. This prompt here. Lina, why can't you generate that using ChatGPT? In this case, I would have expected you to try it. So you've got to get good at learning which models will give you the best results for which types of images. In this case, it seems quite graphic. Give me each of you your feedback separately. Okay, so I've clicked go, and now they're going to respond to my feedback. Like if I gave that to a human, they would, of course, break those into separate tasks and respond in kind. So that's what's happening here. And that's not something you can do in your ChatGPT browser app. So the feedback was, good afternoon, you're right to push on this. Milo, I was too quick on Monday. I treated an image as a scene illustration, but your suggestion is different and better category. I now think the strongest image copy is, if your AI tools vanish tomorrow, what breaks first? For Wednesday, I agree with your critique. The image does not carry the post's meaning. I don't like that. So I'm going to need to explain to him why I don't like that. And then Lina gave me her feedback. I agree. The Wednesday image is generic. It is pleasant, but it does not say enough. It also fakes a Photoshop-like interface, which is weak because Gore can spot that instantly. Let's go back to what she created this image. Photoshop has AI assistant, so why does this still feel awkward? So she's put the images here inside my directory. Because it's AI, I need to make sure that there's no spelling mistakes, but ChatGPT image generator is very good at text now. This image is kind of nice. It's interesting to look at. Is it my style? Is it in my brand? That green is not in my brand colors. It's okay. It's easy for me to now go into Photoshop and change all this. So I'm going to have now a quick meeting with them. I'm not going to bore you with full-on feedback. My goal is to be able to get them where they understand, they learn how to write. Because I've set them automations. So here, Milo gets sharper. He's always learning how about LinkedIn, the rules of LinkedIn. Lina also has her Lina gets sharp. She does it daily at 7 a.m. Go learn about imagery. Go learn about design. I would expect these images to get better and better and closer to what I want. I need to also tell her to look at my brand style to make sure it fits my brand. So it's asking me to allow copying of two generated into the approved weekly image folder. I don't like that. Yes, but try in the future to copy on your own without permissions. Yeah, I want them to be able to save files without me having to be here physically to click yes, because it's asking for my permission. I don't want to do that. If they have to do this at 7 in the morning and I'm just waking up, then what's the point? So I'm going to click submit. Let's see what happens. Now, while they're working, I can still go and have conversations, let's say with Nico. You see here, I get the notification because I moved away from that chat. They're asking for an approval. So I'm just going to click yes for now. It's a good start. So I'll give them the feedback for the next video and I'll share with you in the next video how they got along, start building this into a proper organization that can run without me most of the time, where I can focus on the things I want to focus on. And now I have a team doing stuff in the background. If you'd like to build a team of AI around your business, I'm planning a workshop for this. Recently, I helped one of my clients build a brand director and a newsletter writer. And just yesterday, he emailed me how well they're working for him. Bring a workflow from your business and we'll build a team around it. If you'd like to join, click the link below. If you like this video, click the like button and do subscribe to my channel. I'll be bringing you more videos like this. If you want to see how to set up Codex, get it working for you, click on this video link here. Or if you want to see the previous video on how I created Milo, how I hired Lina, and what that process was like in creating their skills, starting to create their skills, click on this video link here.